Kippur has always been my favorite Jewish holiday. Walking into the synagogue, I'm always inspired by a big crowd, everybody working on being self-reflective, thinking about forgiveness, and just trying to be better people. I think I'm drawn to the Jewish spiritual practice of Musar for the very same reasons. In doing this practice, you join with a community of others who are also holding themselves accountable in their behavior, trying to be their best in the way they act, in the way they interact with others, and even in the way they think. In Musar, you do this by focusing on midot, or on character virtues, things like patience, humility, and kindness. But Musar literature tells us that there are pitfalls when we try to do spiritual work. We might become self-satisfied with ourselves far too early in the process, or become prideful about the work that we're doing. But perhaps the most common mistake is that instead of focusing on our own virtues, we start to think about others and the virtues that they need to cultivate. We might think about how someone we know should be more patient, or how a different person really needs more humility. When we do this act, when we become critical of others, it actually is a sign that we need to refocus our own spiritual energy on ourselves. There is a story in the Talmud that illustrates this point. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and his son go into a cave for 12 years, and while there they focus deeply on their spiritual practice, all day studying and being in prayer. But when they emerge from the cave, they actually are critical of the other people that they come in contact with. So much so that the things they see burn up before their eyes. When this happens, God sends them back in the cave and tells them they have more spiritual work to do. Musar practice has a great teaching that can help us to be less critical of others. The teaching suggests that we look at each person and ask ourselves, what does this person have to teach me today? When everyone else becomes our teachers, suddenly we find ourselves more inspired and more willing to do the spiritual work that we need to do.